He never expected a simple dinner to change his life forever. But that night, when a struggling single dad rushed to help a woman choking in a quiet corner of a small-town restaurant, he had no idea that just days later, a sleek black car would pull up to his worn-down apartment building, and a man who looked like he stepped out of another world would knock on his door with a message that would change everything. Before we dive in, tell me, where are you watching from tonight? I love seeing people from all over the world connecting through these real stories. And if this one touches your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share it. It helps these stories reach someone who might need them today. Alright, here's what really happened. That Ryan was a single dad doing his best to hold life together. He worked double shifts at a small auto repair shop just to keep the lights on for his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Every night, they shared the same meal, mac and cheese, sometimes a bit of canned tuna when things were better. He always told her, "Daddy's gonna fix it, baby. One day, things will get easier." But the truth was, he was drowning in bills and exhaustion. That Friday night, he finally let a coworker talk him into going out for dinner, something he hadn't done in months. He couldn't afford much, but he wanted to feel normal again, just for one night. So he put on his cleanest shirt, drove his old pickup downtown, and sat quietly at a corner table of a small family restaurant. Halfway through his meal, he noticed a woman sitting alone near the window, well-dressed, maybe mid-30s, the kind of person who looked like she belonged somewhere far nicer than this place. She was eating in silence, scrolling through her phone, when suddenly she started to choke. Her hand flew to her throat, her face turning red, then pale. People froze. No one moved. Ryan didn't think twice. He jumped up, ran over, and wrapped his arms around her. With firm, practiced motions, he remembered his CPR class from years ago. He performed the Heimlich maneuver until a small piece of food dislodged. The woman gasped, trembling, tears spilling from her eyes. When she finally caught her breath, she whispered, "You saved my life." Ryan smiled awkwardly, brushing it off. Anyone would have done the same. But she shook her head, still shaking. "No. No one moved, except you." He stayed with her until she calmed down, made sure she could stand, then paid for his modest dinner and left before she could insist on repaying him. He didn't do it for attention. He just couldn't stand there and watch someone die that he never even got her name. 3 days later, a black Rolls-Royce pulled into the parking lot of Ryan's rundown apartment complex. The car didn't belong in that neighborhood. Every curtain moved, every neighbor peeked outside. Ryan, still in his grease-stained work clothes, stepped out of his apartment holding a basket of laundry when the driver's door opened and a tall man in a suit approached. "Mr. Ryan Brooks?" Ryan hesitated. "Yeah, who's asking?" The man smiled politely. "I'm Edward. I drive for Miss Charlotte Langford. She asked me to bring you this." He handed Ryan an envelope, thick, white, and sealed with gold. Inside was a note written in elegant handwriting. "You didn't know me that night, yet you saved me without hesitation. You reminded me what decency looks like in a world that's forgotten it. I owe you more than words. Please allow me to do something small in return." Beneath the note was a check. Ryan blinked twice, thinking it was a mistake. It wasn't a small thank you, it was $50,000 that he staggered back, stammering. This can't be right." Edward smiled gently. "Miss Langford said you'd probably say that. She told me to tell you, you saved my life. Now let me help you live yours." Ryan refused at first. He didn't want charity. But when the next eviction notice came, when he saw Lily sleeping under a blanket too thin for the cold, he realized that maybe gray sometimes comes when you least expect it. He finally reached out, not to ask for more, but just to say thank you. Charlotte invited him and Lily to lunch at a quiet restaurant by the lake. When they arrived, Charlotte knelt to Lily's level, offering her a gentle smile. "Your dad's a hero, you know that?" Lily giggled, clutching her father's hand. "He fixes cars and saves people." For the first time in years, Ryan saw pride in his daughter's eyes, not for what he gave her, but for who he was. Over the next few weeks, Charlotte helped Ryan open his own small repair shop, not as a gift, but as an investment. She believed in him. And when Ryan's business grew, he hired young mechanics who had once been overlooked, just like him. One evening, months later, Charlotte stopped by the shop. "Funny how life works," she said softly, watching him teach Lily how to tighten a bolt. Ryan nodded. "Yeah. I went out for dinner that night because I needed a break. I thought I was losing everything, but maybe that's how fate works, it breaks you just enough to open your hands for something better." Charlotte smiled. "Sometimes kindness circles back, doesn't it?" He looked at her, then at Lily chasing fireflies in the fading light. "It always does. Just not how you expect." And that's the truth behind what happened when a single dad saved a woman at dinner, and days later, her billionaire driver showed up at his door. If this story touched you, take a moment to tell someone you love them tonight. Because sometimes, the smallest good deed can echo back as the biggest blessing. Red Heart, tell me in the comments, do you believe in fate, or was this just coincidence?